Well, here's something we don't see every day. Imagine hitting the river and landing a gator that's over 12 feet long and weighs over 600 pounds. Well, that's exactly what 3 Monroe County men did over the weekend. Our Quentin Smith speaks with the men who caught the big reptile. He joins us live in the studio with more. Hey, Quentin.
Yeah, Scott, the men say they're lucky to have caught this alligator. When they went into the waters on Saturday, they were initially looking for another gator. But to their surprise, they stumbled upon this one lying in the waters. And as you can imagine, trying to capture this animal was not an easy task. Take a look at this. An enormous 12-foot-long alligator caught by Bubba McKinless, Ben Smith, and his 5-year-old son, Austin.
When I first realized that it was an alligator and seen the size of its head, I knew it was enormous.
The big catch happened this past Saturday night. The trio loaded up their gear, heading to the 10-Tom waterway in Columbus, eager to catch a gator. But never did they think they'd make a discovery this gigantic. At first glance, they thought the alligator was a log because of how long it was. But then they quickly realized it was a reptile.
We turned the boat around and went back, and he spotted it with the spotlight. And we got back close enough to it to throw hooks at it. And, of course, we both missed it the first go-around. And it went under. We waited and waited and waited, and it come back up. We got to throw at it again and hooked it the second go-around. And the fight was on.
He went to the bottom, and we commenced to throw lines out, try to get them up off the bottom, get them caught so we could get them tagged.
With an animal of that size, you can imagine it wasn't going out without a fight. The gator drove the boats over 70 yards, desperately trying to get away.
It took probably 15 minutes or so before he quit running and started rolling, doing like a death roll. And once he done that, he broke my line, and I had to get a hand line and got another hook in him. And we fought him for a little while more until we finally got him to the boat where we could start trying to secure him to the boat to keep him from fighting.
After wrestling with the 12-foot-long alligator for hours, the men finally had it captured. But there was still one problem. The gator was too big for the boat. So the men called in the game warden for some assistance in order for them to properly tag the animal.
You have to tag the animal before you can remove it. And knowing we were going to have to drag it back to the boat ramp in the water, we didn't want to put a tag on it and take a chance of losing the tag.
Now, the alligator has since been taken to a shop in Becker and is now being processed. The men say just last night, 2 of their friends also caught an alligator in the 10-Tom waterway as well. I do want to point out, as of tonight, alligator hunting is officially over for this season.